Morning, Indy Nation. I'm Nipur Sharma, and this is Indy Nation News. Here's what you need to know as you start your day. Please join the Indy girls soccer team on Tuesday, May 25th for the Field of Stands night. There will be trivia games, a 50-50 raffle, and prizes will be given away at both JV and varsity games. Prior to the start of the varsity game, we will also be honoring our first senior class. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. for JV and 7:30 for varsity. Thank you for all the support for the FCA food drive. The food drive will keep continuing until the end of May. Please drop off foods listed on the slides to rooms and teachers on the slides. There is also an FCA meeting on Tuesday, May 25th at 8:30 a.m. in Ms. Bales' room, 1609, or join via Google Meet in DFCA. UNICEF is holding a donation drive for the Leesburg Homeless Shelter starting Monday, May 17th to Friday, May 28th. We have donation boxes located around Independence. Specifically, there is a box outside of room 1401 and near the main office. Please consider donating kids' toys, paper towels, bath tissues, and Kleenexes in the boxes labeled with Independence High School UNICEF, as this is what has been specifically requested by the shelter. Any donation will help our community in the Leesburg Homeless Shelter. Indy UNICEF thanks you. Calling all talented Tigers. The SCA is looking for musicians, magicians, and martial artists, dancers, drummers, and duets to perform at the second annual Indy Live Talent Show to be held during Spirit Week, June 1st through 4th. All talents are invited to audition. To complete the audition form and upload your audition video, check out the link in your grade Schoology or use the QR code on your screen. Completed auditions must be submitted by 4 p.m. on Monday, May 24th, so don't delay. Class of 2022, if you are interested in designing your senior shirt, please send a design to Ms. Andrews or Ms. Purdue by June 15th. Information is posted in your class of Schoology page. Today we have another special INN report. This time, sports reporter Tommy Gergangis is talking to Indy coaches and administrators about our school's very successful year in athletics and how the teams were able to overcome challenges related to the pandemic.
A little over a year ago, IHS was lost the success of a strong first year for athletics and was riding high going into the spring showing. Over a year later, many are grateful to witness an athletic season at all, even with some uncertainty. So, I wanted to see what a coach who had his team season switched from the fall to the spring by the new VHSL schedule thought about the adjustment. Also, I wanted to gain insight from the athletic director that oversaw the execution of the season in the first place. I'm Tommy Gerganis, and this is my report. The first topic of interest I asked each one about was how it was preparing for a year in sports many months later. For Coach Windows, I wanted to see how his team was staying ready and how they felt about having to wait a little longer than normal to make a statement.
Yeah, Tommy, obviously we waited a long time due to COVID, but our kids were excited. They had trained. They did as much as they could in the off season. We kept on Zoom meetings, so we knew our assignments, things like that. We wanted to be prepared as soon as the VHSL and Loudoun County allowed us to play. We wanted to be able to move forward. The very first year was a learning experience. We got in the playoffs, and it was a tough situation. This year, we had 3 games where we had lost to the team the prior year by 30 points, and we beat them by 30 points and 20 points, and we won the region title this year, which was really awesome for us.
For Mr. Rogers, I wanted to see how a season was formulated in the first place, even with much uncertainty, due to the hard-hitting effects of COVID-19 across the nation and globe.
Again, as you stated, when COVID hit last March, we had to quickly shut everything down, which was extremely sad. Luckily for Independence, we didn't have a senior class, so we didn't have any seniors graduating from us that didn't get to have their spring season. And then it was a long haul, and everybody kept speculating that August we'll be able to start up, and then September we'll be able to start up. And unfortunately, we went all the way to December 12th is when we finally were able to start competitions again. And it was a lot of talk with the state. It was a lot of talk with the county. It was a lot of meetings and mitigation strategies. And, what can we do to have athletics, but also have athletics and be safe about it?
Knowing many individual members of the football team have worked their way to scholarships in many well-known schools, I asked Coach Windows about those players, as well as non-committed athletes, in terms of their work ethic on and off the field.
The amount of effort and energy these kids are putting in is just astronomical. We are going above and beyond even what I asked for them. I mean, you got Keegan Shackford going to Iowa State to kick Division I. You got Elijah Tidwell, as you said. You got Griffin Patterson. You got J.R. Meadows. There's a place for everybody in our program at the next level if you're willing to do what it takes. The amount, like I said, the amount of work that we're doing in the weight room, the amount of academic work they're doing to keep their grades up where they need to be, and then in turn to keep their spirits up and keep their energy up for football.
For Mr. Rogers, I wanted to hear what he had to say about coaches and athletes that put in the work, as well as show out for other athletic teams.
I'd say about Independence and what I've been at several other schools, coaching and teaching, and before I got into administration, is Independence is different. What we've been able to create is it's a family. It truly is. When I look at the screen now, a lot of these students here are athletes, and what sets us aside is everybody has bought in, and they have bought into maybe their sport. They bought into Independence as a whole, and that's what makes us totally different. I mean, it's fun to go to games. It's fun to root on your friends. I look up in the stands of a field hockey game and I see half the football team. Volleyball, obviously we couldn't have fans, but I guarantee we would have had, the field hockey team would have been there.
Finally, I capped things off by asking Coach Windows about how the team felt towards the successes of their second year and a resounding comeback season for the ages.
Mr. Gabriel, our school principal, always talks about moments, and I'm telling you, the moment at Goochland when we won the region title and those kids got to dance around the field and hold the trophy, I think that's something they're never going to forget. But man, what a great year. And like you said, the moments these kids, for a second-year program coming from schools that haven't traditionally won, to come here and win right away is big.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Indy weather reporter Hannah Skanga, and this is your Indy forecast for today. Today there's going to be partly cloudy skies, winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, and a high of 87 degrees. Later in the evening, you can expect cloudy skies, winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, and a low of 54. That's your Nation forecast. I'm weather reporter Hannah Skanga. Back to you.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Indy Nation News. Have a great day, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.